You know, I feel like I'm, going back to my roots. Early in the season, I was hunting down boulders. Here I am, hunting down boulders again. Because, going back and forth, grabbing all that scrap, yeah, it wasn't all that appealing. But, oh no, I just dropped out by mistake. Wrong button. Let's see, can I get up there? Okay, good. I wanted to look at my inventory and get rid of my stone so I could collect this iron ore. Alright. And look at that, my inventory is dropping down. Getting rid of those stones. But anyway, welcome back to Survival Records. I'm Riot and your host. And today we've got that... Oh, where is it? It's not alone out here. Well, just behind the Deanston there is our brand new uranium refining facility. Ah, there it is. Surprisingly small compared to the Deanston, I know. But, I don't have everything built on it that I want to, so today I'm going to be adding bits and pieces like a reactor to begin with to be able to power all those things without having to rely on the Deanston's reactors. So, grabbing some iron out of a boulder there, and I need to get some silver for myself, and I think I know where I can find some more. That kaiju over there has silver in its inventory. Not inventory, in its reactor. So, yeah, I'm going to go grab that and come back and drop off the iron, and I'll see you guys in a bit. So, word of the wise, if you're grinding down something and you have the AwwScrap mod on and it's in the ground like that, you don't want to drop all the pieces of scrap on the ground, or even without AwwScrap. But the thing about AwwScrap is, if I were to hit this with my grinder one more time, I'd break it and all the pieces would fall in. Try welding it back up. You then pick up all the pieces that you're missing, and you can collect them properly. So I'm bringing back all that scrap, and I want to have it be refined by the Deanston, because it's got yield modules on there, whereas that refinery array is all speed modules. And, when I've got tons of uranium ore now, I don't have to worry about getting every last scrap out of it, but I'm currently a little tight on the resources that I'm looking for. So, yeah, let's do it that way. The connector is underneath the gyroscope. Hook back up and bring you back. Hey, so you know what? I took a look at how many pieces of silver I got from all that scrapping and realized I was way short for being able to make any of my desired reactors or anything I want to do with silver. Maybe I want to put a medical room up on this this base here. So I'm going to fill up the tanks here with the hydrogen I've got. And where'd the dang button go? There it is, 7. Now I want to launch. And didn't I say one time I was going to reduce the power on those gyroscopes? I swear I should have. I am going to go to space. Alright, so I'm not quite into orbit, but I do have an asteroid in front of me. I'm pretty much above the base. So this will be nice, it'll save me some fuel. So if you're in a situation where you don't have those thrust overrides to use, just feather the throttle. It's better than Better than just pressing forward the whole way. Well, I don't have an ore detector on me, which is silly. So I'm just kind of looking for patches of silvery rock. And, you know, if I don't see any, I'll hop out, fly around it with my drill. Silliness. Trying to rush and do things while I'm not really prepared for them. So those two asteroids seemed to have not much of anything useful. The one directly underneath me there had some iron, but I couldn't see any silver on either of them. So yeah, let's try finding another spot. Because, man, doing the little maneuvering, circling around it, that definitely uses up a lot of fuel. Let's see what I can find next. Alright. Asteroid number 2. Oh, there's some iron. Sure. I'm gonna have to do better scouting than this. Oh, is that? Maybe not. Well, I'll have a look-see. Let you know what I find. That Assert ship reminds me that I could find Reavers out here right now. That would be bad. I just want to grab some silver and go home. Yikes, 50k out. And it's 64% my tank. So, woohoo. Let's see what this next one has. This will be cluster number 3. Well, got a couple of big old patches of iron. Oh, there's just a shadow. This is cool. Oh man, you can so easily get lost inside here. Oh man, this is so nifty. Things like Swiss cheese. It's not helping me find any silver, but, you know, it's a really cool asteroid. Whoa. What the world is that thing? Obviously, it is a coprolite from a giant asteroid worm. That's what it is. So, yeah. I'm lost now. I want to get rid of the... there we go. Out. Okay. Alright. And still no silver. Jeez. That's just another shadow. Yeah, another shadow. Alright, next asteroid. I think it's... I saw it over there. That one over there. So, you might be thinking, oh no, Ryden, what are you doing? You're going to run out of oxygen. Well, I brought a little bit of ice with me. And that's turned on enough to get me my oxygen. I'm going to turn it back off. Because, yeah, I brought a little bit of ice with me, but it will quickly use all that ice to try and make just the hydrogen. So I'm just going to be pulsing it on and off whenever I need that there sweet, sweet oxygen. I think I'm drifting up a little bit too much. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I think I see a little silvery patch there. That would be awfully nice. Having to keep going and searching every which way. Yeah, that's gotta be silver there. Alright. Oh, what the heck? Exiled engineer is... Ooh. I am not going near that in a little dinky constructor ship. But I don't need to. I just gotta grab some of this here silver and head back down to the Deanston with over 50% hydrogen left. Great. Alright, well, that's a full belly, and I am heading back to my base, to the Deanston. Just a matter of getting myself clear, and that's where I want to head. And let's go. Alright, back in the gravity well. Let's see how this does. Alright, I'm nearly at full gravity here. I'll really try and test out if I can stop. Here goes that. So, from 6K, I am slowing down, but it is taking me a full kilometer to go halfway. And yeah, probably another full kilometer to get to a complete stop. Yeah, so I need a full, per 50 meters per second, I need a kilometer's distance to stop. So looks like it's approaching quickly. Well, I think I'm in range of, being gentle about it. Let's turn off the down thrust. And now when I press C, it just lets me drop. It doesn't push me down. That was a pleasant little excursion up into space. I just gotta lock back down and get that reactor built. So I built one, but it's not enough. Oh, and that's gonna look upside down. I don't want that. There, that'll look better. Or I just keep them like that. Yeah, don't know that I'm gonna have necessarily one reactor per refinery, but like, here, some of the refineries, like Refinery 6, why aren't those going? It's because the existing reactor is putting out 14.1 megawatts, and the next reactor needs more than that. Fun times. But hopefully I brought back plenty enough silver to make more than one reactor component. One set of reactor components, that is. Oh, well, I mean, I definitely did, because I built that one, and then I built the one on the line miner. Alright. Room still. There we go. So here's the safe zone. Big, kind of tubey looking thing, but for some reason there's a conveyor port on the back end of it. Oh, and the bottom. So it's right in the middle. Looks like it might fit like that. What do I need? A steel plate to start building it? Up against that. How does that look? I want to give it a little space. I suppose if it's going to be a sphere centered on the middle of things, here is pretty much middle. So there we go. Let's start building this. Alright, this should be the last one. Yeah. So what options have we got? Toggle block on and off, terminal, inventory stream. Safe zones can be enabled only on stations. Well, it's a station. On. Spherical. Cubic. Range of 10 meters. 100 meters. Allow damage, allow shooting, allow drilling, allow welding, grinding, building projections. Voxel hands. Landing gear lock. Station. Neato. Lots of options here. But look at this. We got sort of a blurriness right now. Where's the edge of the blurriness? Come on. I can see it. $500 meters is a long way, I guess. Might want to shrink that down. Yeah, 500 meters is half of a kilometer. I'm not going to run all the way out there just to show you. Man, that could be a massively large safe zone. Well, I'm gonna play around a little bit more with it and see what I like. Maybe I'll do a cubic one. Aha! There it is. Costs is 1 zone chip per 60 minutes. So if I want to get this place protected from Reavers, every hour it's going to cost me a zone chip. So I better go and buy some more of those things. Oh, I was playing around with the thing, and I might have almost died. Oh man, I just realized my skin is all wonky. It's not right. I'm gonna fix that too. Alright, so I went and grabbed a few more zone chips from the NPC station. Put them in there. Looks like it consumed one of them right away. Wondering if I'm going to have to reload in order to get it to change what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to putz around with it a little bit more, see if I can figure out what's what. Okay, so I think I figured it out. I've been setting this range out to 100 meters, and it changes how much power it needs depending on that. So if I change it down to, say, 35 meters, once this timer ticks down all the way, we should see a grid, we should see the shield pop up into space. The refiners, they're all turned off, so 11 seconds. And we'll see if we get a safe zone, kind of dinky one, around our, just the refinery itself. But gives me reason. Hey, look at that. Alright. Now that is going to be my thumbnail for this episode, I think. Alright, so I figured weld up at least one more reactor here, because the size of the safe zone dependent on the amount of electricity being produced, so realistically I need more power. Okay, kind of freaking out because great terrible noises. I made the safe zone louder, and as far as I can tell it's because the ships are inside of it. Alright. Okay, I gotta just make it smaller again first. Okay. What in the world is going on with this? Let me move the Deanston, make the safe zone larger again, and then see about pulling things back into it. I can't even do them one at a time because this thing. There's no way I'm going to fly that around. If I... walk it on. Alright, I'm going to go figure this out. Okay, so I just figured some things out with this. You know, I moved everything back, gave myself plenty of room, and I watched that ship get... I got into it to try and see what the clanging noise was, and I got flung out. It was quite intimidating. Let me show you what happens. Increase increase that a little bit. Oh, it's not locked to the ground, so it didn't happen. I'll be right back. I'm going to put a landing gear on him. So, like earlier, the Deanston was landing gear locked here. Everything was locked to it. And that was so locked. Let's make the zone a little bit bigger. Oh, look, now we're inside here. Now, I'm not getting all the terrible clanging noise because there's not a grid banging against a grid, but watch what happens when I open this landing gear up. Ready? 1, 2, and whee! Whoa, okay. That was not good. What did I lose? The connector again. And the landing gear. Oh, man. Alright, well, I'll fix that up. But if you'll notice, this is my ship and my safety zone. I should be able to get in there. Why can't I get in there? Oh no, what's going on? I have to whitelist every grid I own. Or maybe I can whitelist all of them. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's not an intuitive interface for sure, but in here, go to Configure Filter. List of players. Okay, I'm okay to go in there. Factions. Maybe if I find my faction. Do I have a faction? Oh, I haven't. Maybe I haven't made a faction. Hey guys, I'm gonna name my faction. You all might not know this, but the faction that I always name myself is FAE. Falling Apple Engineers. Did I spell that right? Falling Apple Engineers, yeah. Alright, and I like going with the compass, and a nice green color. Full saturation, and then on this one, a yellow color with some good saturation. Like that. Alright. And Falling Apple Engineers is named as such because I am, my son has shown a distinct inclination to playing this game, Space Engineers. And so I like the thought of Falling Apple Engineers being both the, a tribute to Newton and the apple falling on his head, but also my son enjoying the same game I do, so the idea of, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But, let's try this this shield now that I've let my faction in. No. Alright. Do I have to, like... it's going to be even harder to get into now. Filter, list of factions. Oh, I didn't actually add my own faction. There. Add all entities inside safe zone to the filter. Well, that would have been a little easier. So there's that option too, park your stuff, build the safe zone, then add everything inside of it into it. Will I go in now? Aha, there we go. So that's a reason to make a faction for yourself, even if you don't expect to ever encounter anyone else. All right. Whoa.
Fuel critical.
Well, there we go. Well, guys. Okay. Yeah. I'll bring you back in a minute. Alright, one last bit of advice about this thing is, I should have seen it. You can blacklist instead of whitelist. So, you know, you could just decide to let all grids in instead of having to figure out specific ones. But, most specifically, you want the floating objects on blacklist. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to drop anything inside your zone. But, that, I think, is going to be it for today. I'm going to thank you again for watching Survival Records, and I appreciate all the time you spend with me. So, from the safety of my safe zone here, I shall bid you adieu and say thanks for watching.